Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the Geek But. I am Penge, and you're probably expecting an episode of Epic Tavern on this Saturday night, but alas, I'm being beset by technical issues which are preventing me from recording it. I had a graphics driver update recently, and it's kind of messed up the recording software when it's trying to record Epic Tavern. I think it's a problem with the graphics driver and the recording software. It is nothing to do with Epic Tavern, the game itself. So that will be back. Epic Tavern will be back once I've got all the problems fixed, which I don't know how long that'll take. I'm hopeful it'll be next week. I'm hopeful I can sort of spend some time looking at it and getting it sorted. However, in its stead, I thought, well, what does work? What can I record? And what is also good? And I thought, yes, this looks very good. So welcome to Steve Jackson's Sorcery, a visual choose-your-own-adventure style game. Steve Jackson, obviously you might not know, but became famous primarily through the fighting fantasy games. Him and Ian Livingstone made, all those really amazing sort of books where you'd turn to the different numbers and you'd make your own story up. So yeah, this is a visual game of that. I believe this started out on mobile devices and has been ported over to the PC. So let's see how good it is. Just before we start, if you do like the video, don't forget to leave a like, and also please do subscribe as well by hitting that subscribe button below. Okay, let's get on with this then. So let's come out of there. Let's, go back out. Right, so begin my adventure. Okay, let's start as you. Let's start as you, good sir. A noble, strapping young lad, no doubt. Okie doke. Right, straight in. You have walked the wilds of Kakabad, through Kare and the spiteful backlands, all the way into Mampang. You have survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods. And now it is here. The Crown of Kings. Okay, right, I'm being pitched straight in, am I? I've survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods. I am pretty awesome. Okay, the Crown of Kings. It is said the crown was never forged, only found, by Chalana the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became Emperor of the Eastern world. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Okay, so take it or wait. I'm going to wait. This is all too soon. It's probably a trap or something terrible. Wait. The crown sits unguarded on a pedestal of light. After so many hardships, can it really be so simple? Or is this yet another deception? Sure enough, as soon as you think it, the image of the crown begins to flicker. You turn about to see something approaching. It's a trap! Okay, this is plunging me straight in. This is absolutely plunging me straight in. Okay, a map. And start yourself awake. You rapscallions, it was a dream all along. You're alone, exhausted, in the little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Okay, continue onwards then. Inkle presents. So Inkle, the company that's obviously making this. Oh, and it looks rather gorgeous, doesn't it? Steve Jackson's Sorcery. And it's like a hand-drawn map. It looks very lovely. Now, in the books, if you've never played the books, you often had a map of that type, but obviously zoomed all the way out in the front kind of pages of the book, so you could help sort of determine where you were in the story and stuff. That's very cool. Okay. Right, so I've got stamina 20, gold 0, rations 0, a panther in the corner. What do I do if I click on that? It does nothing. Okay, what do I do now then? Click you, my good man? Ah, right, okay. It is sunrise. You dress, breakfast on bread and goat's milk, and collect the pack and sword from beside your bed. Okay, so I have 3 options. So I can test the blade, pray for luck, or leave the... Well, praying for luck is probably a good thing. I'm going to need all the luck I can get. Here we go. Before you leave, you collect... Oh, that's a nice thing. It's kind of stitching the story together with little kind of stitchy bits there. That's lovely. Before you leave, you close your eyes and raise a prayer to your spirit guide. This morning, it has the form of a panther. Which is what's up here. But what will it become once your journey truly begins? A great calm descends on you. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring into life. Okay, well, might as well test the blade while we're there. You pause to test the blade of the sword against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Now, brilliant. I've injured myself already. Hooray, that'll probably go septic. My hand will drop off. Okay, time to go. Time then to depart. You lift back the flap of the hut and step into the early morning sunshine. Oh, it's very lovely. Okay, continue. Okay, right, there's a flag. The outpost settlement. What do I do with the flag? Click. Click the flag. Do I do anything with the flag? There's a compass marker there. Do I use keys? Do I... Oh! Okay. Oh, I can make him walk about, can I? Does he follow that path? Yes, he does. Okay, I drag and kind of drop paths. Okay. Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk toward the great... Ooh, Shamutanti. The Shamutanti Wall. The frontiers people of this tiny settlement are well aware of your mission. Now, where it says well aware of a mission, do they approve or disapprove? If I greet them like I'm some sort of celebrity and they're going, you're an idiot, what are you doing? I'm going to look pretty silly. But then ignoring them, that might cost me something. I'm going to greet them. I'm going to wave at them like some sort of local hero. You turn to them and bow. Some smile in reply, but are too afraid to approach. Others make gestures of protection. You are going beyond the wall, so they believe you to be cursed. A man is waiting on the path to the Kantupani Gate, the final doorway between Analand and the wilds of Kakabad. You recognise the sergeant of Sightmaster Warriors. He holds out his hand. Okay, he looks very cool. I like that. So again, you'd kind of have these in the book sometimes. You'd have an occasional page with a drawing on. So that looks very lovely. I like that. Wish I could draw. Okay, greeting, sergeant, or get out of my way. No, greeting, sergeant. I'm not a terrible adventurer. I'm a nice, polite gentleman adventurer. Greeting, sergeant. He touches his forehead with 2 fingers. You are almost ready, he says. I have for you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all we can spare this time. He holds out a pouch. So take it, take half, or refuse. Well, I could do with some gold. I could do with some rations, really, but I appear to have forgotten to take any food with me. Now, do I take it all, or do I take half? Now, what does that give me? Do I have, like, obviously in the blurb for the game, it says all the decisions you make have influence on everything else. I'm not going to refuse it, because that seems silly. Shall I take half? Shall I take 12 gold pieces? Because if it's all he can spare this time, if I take half, that's sending it back, and he can feed some people or whatever. Let's take half. You take the bag, count out half the coins, and return the rest. The king will need them, should I fail, you declare. You choose a harder path, but I respect you for it, the Sightmaster replies. You must collect your spellbook if you wish magic to aid you, and should you wish to practice your swordplay, I will go one last round with you. And he points with his staff to the training ground. Okay, right, tutorial attack. Okay, collect my spellbook, buy rations. Right, that's a good idea. Let's buy some rations first. That sounds like a sensible thing. Small traders in the settlement supplied the Sightmaster warriors with weapons, armour, food and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbreads and cheese. I am very hungry as I'm recording this. That sounds actually very nice. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. Okay, buy more. Let's buy... You check your pack. There is room for plenty inside. Let's buy 4 rations. Should I buy 4 rations? And that leaves me with a little bit of gold left, because I don't know what else I can use gold for at the minute. So it might be quite useful if I have a tiny bit left. Okay, and at the minute, I don't know what, like, how often do you eat rations? I'm a little bit in the dark as that. I'll take 4, please. I'll take 4. 4 rations is 8 gold pieces, the man says, holding out a hand. He's very good at maths, his man. Okay, buy them. You hand over your coins, and the man places 4 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure to eat every day, or you will suffer, the sergeant tells you, standing at your side. Eating more will give you extra strength, but it is not necessary. Check the contents of your pack by using the items buttons on the map. Okay. Down here, down at the bottom. Okie dokie. Right, so I have rations, weapons, straight. Right, rations. 4 meals. Okay, back up. Weapons. I have a sword and treasure. I have 4 gold pieces. Wow, I am rich beyond measure. Okay, so the little red markers are where I've been then, presumably. Like, what's the point of those? Why is it telling me where I've been? Okay, let's go over and do some training with him, and then we'll collect the spell book at the end. Unless I can use some spells on him. No, I think it was swords, wasn't it? It was swords. What's this thing? What's this bit here? Oh, is that an undo? Now I did read somewhere in some of the blurb for this that you can kind of go back. You can go back and kind of undo your adventures if you like. Okay, no, that's fine. Well, let's go. Draggedy, draggedy, drag. Let's go to him. Let's go to whatever he was, Sergeant Twinkletonks, and go and speak to him. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground, and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Right, ready my sword. To begin, the sergeant says, we'll practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me. Ooh, there's like a little combat mechanic. Choose your attack power by dragging your character sideways. To defend, stay fully left. Okay, so my thing I want to do is defend. So what do? Drag him sideways. So do... Oh, no. Defend. Okay, right. So if I drag him right, look. Oh, I get different things. Okay, but I want to defend. I want to stay there because he says, first defend yourself against me. Okay, defend. So he comes in and does 9, 0, and I took 1 stamina damage. Oh, brilliant. I'm already being beaten up before I bloody started. The Sightmaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you'll receive the minimum damage from any attack he makes. The Sightmaster Sergeant chooses a strong attack. You turn it away with minimum impact. My next attack will be of medium strength, he declares, but you will be able to overpower me. To overpower the Sightmaster, perform a strong attack by sliding your character to the right. Okay, so all the way to the right. A charge. Okay, charge. So I did a 9, he did a 4.5. Ah! And I whack him about the face. Right, you play a strong attack, overpowering the Sightmaster Sergeant. He bows. You have finished me. Excellent. 1 stamina lost. Skilled swordplay. Okay, no, I think I get that. So you can choose different things. Now, can we tell what he did? Okay, no, that's fine. Right, continue. You seem to remember the basics, the Sergeant says breathlessly. Good. Another round? No, I'm fine with that. Enough training. You shake your head. Very good, the Sergeant agrees, but if you wish about in earnest, then I warn you, I will not go easy on you. He indicates the wider yard where there is space for a true match. Okay, so now I can fight him and actually fight him properly. Ah, my stamina's gone back up, but I will take damage before I set out. Or I can go and collect my spell. But let's go and do that. Let's go and do spells. This looks fun. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. This is the hut of the Chief Mage, who's obviously been eating cabbage soup. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available to you in the different locations in the hills and beyond. Well, I've got to do without the book or go inside. Magic sounds like a pretty good thing to have, I would say. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands. Do you understand how to use this? He asks. No, I don't. Tell me, please, my good man. Tell me. Each spell is crafted through the alignment of 3 stars, he begins. The spell Zap, for example, is made by aligning Zarathustra, Aegis, and Pini. Good, they're good names, but that is not important. What matters is what the spell is called and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning. Hot will create a fireball. Foff will create a force field around you. Shall I continue? I like the names of them. Zap gives me a lightning thing. Zap. And hot is a fireball. Okay, tell me more. The mage nods. The law spell is formed from Lilith, Aegis, and Wex, and will allow you to control the will of unintelligent creatures. I control myself. The Wow spell is quite different, and uses different stars. The order matters, you see. The Wow creates an invisible barrier. Oh, like wall. You will find the rest in the book, he adds, tapping the leather-bound volume. Okay, I'd like to know more. So what do I just type it in, or what? I want to know more. The mage looks surprised. Well, the Dop spell is useful for locks. Wok will shield you in battle, and Dum will cause clumsiness. Oh, I don't need that. I've already got plenty of that. He scratches absently at his ear. Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will not work without a focus, an item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know what. Research magic using the spellbook button on the map. Spellbook, it's down here. Okay. Oh, it's changed to Crow up in the corner. This volume contains the 48 spells of the High Craft, as discovered and passed down from generation to generation of sorcerers from the earliest days of the Eastern world. Each spell is formed of 3 letters. Each spell will take energy to cast. Furthermore, some spells will fail without the use of a particular item or a focus. So the 6 most useful spells. If you only learn only 6 spells, you use these. So Zap. But how do I do magic? How do I cast a spell? Or does it come up and say, you can cast a spell here, and then I get to do a thing? I think that's what it might be. Okay, so Zap and Hot and stuff. Okay. Right, I imagine I'll come to that when I get to it. So magic, I don't really know. I don't think I am going to fight that guy. I don't think I'm going to fight him. I'm going to leave him be. I don't want to injure myself before I set out into the world. Okay, we've got rations. We've got a spell book. We've had a little bit of fighting. Let's approach the gate. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. Ooh, and I've zoomed right out. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you, but you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow the Dop spell to be crafted, and he stands back. Ah, I have cast a spell. Right, I need to pick... Whoa, trippity-whippity going on. Okay. Click the letters to find a spell. Ah, D. So D, O, and P. Oh no, where's O? Why didn't it pick O? O, Dop. Opens, locks and doors. Requires 1 stamina. You can't just unlock the door for me. You're going to make me use my stamina. Okay, fine. Dop. What does that even mean? Do opening. Door open, maybe. You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door began to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost, the sergeant says. I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you will even meet him on your travels. And this thing is in the way. I can't read the bottom response. I fear he is dead. If something is too slow. Can I zoom? Can this thing go away? Out the way? How do I do that? Oh, right. That's properly ruined things, hasn't it? Click. Zoom back in. Ah, okay. That's a bit better. I fear he is dead. If I overtake him, then he is too slow, or that does not concern me. Well, I don't want to choose any of those. I don't know if he's dead or not. If I overtake him, then he is too slow. It's a bit la-di-da arrogant, isn't it? And that does not concern me. It's a bit dismissive. Okay, I fear he is dead. That'll do. I am sure he is dead. The sightmaster nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He stands back from you. Okay, enter the gate. Let's get on with this. Let's start this. Together, you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find. We will be watching. Okay, you'll be watching from here, one assumes. Okay, I understand. I will not wish you a safe journey to Kare, for the way ahead will not be safe. Oh, thanks, the sergeant murmurs as he peers into the distance through the open gate. The Sightmaster warriors are selected from birth for incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Okay, can you give me a hint? Tell me what lies ahead. This path leads first to Cantopani, a settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. You should be there, for the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Kristatanti, but no single route is safe. Kakabad is a land of devils. And beyond Gare? I cannot see so far, he says, but once you have crossed the city port of traps, you will enter the backlands. They say that day and night there are controlled by forces other than the sun, and from Kare too your progress will be watched. It is time to go. Striding away, you pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest on you and your quest. The early morning air is crisp, and the rising sun paints the slopes in shades of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. Oh, splendid. Okay, right. I know I can zoom out. Oh, look at that. That is lovely, isn't it? Okay, so there's some caves down here. So where have I got to go first? Cantopani. There. So imagine that's where I've got to go first. And then 3 roads. Ah, yes, he is correct. So there's one that way, there's kind of one that way, and there's one that way. Then I've got to go to Kristanti. And then up into then up to Gare, I imagine. Yeah, I've got to go to up here. Crikey, that's a long old way. That's a long trek. The Crystal Waterfall. Now, I do love that, because who knows where I could end up. Am I going to end up down here? Am I going to get a boat up a river, up that way or something? Am I going to end up in these ruins? This is very good. I like this. Right, let's drag on into Kakabad. Here we go. The journey has begun. The path winds through slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted, and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. There is a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The birds appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. They make you uneasy, as if you're an intruder in their presence. I suppose I am. I'm in their territory, aren't I? Okay, keep walking. Barely an hour beyond the wall, and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamutanti hills are infested with the pestilence of the backlands. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. Oh, right, I've got half stamina all of a sudden. Brilliant. Good grief. Okay, cover my mouth might be a good idea. You cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you're out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. Oh, for goodness sake. So I've lost half my stamina simply by walking out through the gate. Your maximum stamina just decreased. You can see your stamina at the top of the screen. Yes, I see it's now rubbish. Stamina can be regained up to maximum by eating rations or resting. Okay. Ah, right. So I get... Now that's... He said I need to go to Cantopani, didn't he? A trading place. So I can either travel cross-country or a low rise. Well, I'm going to stick to the road. I think that makes more sense. Travelling cross-country takes me away from where I want to go. Another hour passes and you crest a small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Cantopani. Okay, let's look at the village. From this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town. A town? A village? Who knows? Except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown and caked mud, well, brown with caked mud, and the few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect. Okay, so I can either avoid the village or go into the village. I am going to go in. I'm going to go into the village. It seems a bit weird to avoid it and take the long route round. So let's go into the village. Of course, if you cannot handle a town like Cantopani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into the town. I do like the audio, by the way. There is good audio. So now, I mean, it'll be quiet. I will have sort of quietened it down, I imagine, for the actual recording bit. But there's kind of a nice sort of town kind of sort of noise now with, people bustling, like a bustling kind of place. The round huts are made of hard-baked bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear at dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment you think they will allow you to pass unchallenged, but then a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him, threaten him, push him out the way or cast a spell. Right, well, let's look at him. Let's gauge who our opponent might be. He is 5 feet tall. I'll just push him over. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs, and is half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long red hair and beard stand out from his face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger," he commands. "What business have you in Cantopani?" "I want to buy equipment. I'm merely passing through. I need directions. I'm a hungry traveller and need to eat." I am merely passing through. Let's be true. Let's be true to our word. "I'm merely passing through," you reply calmly. "There is no need to be concerned." But the villager is not content. "Passing through to where?" he replies, wild eyes gleaming. "There's nothing out there that any honest man should want to see." "Okay, let's be honest again. I'm on my way to Kare," you say. "I have myself never left this village," the man declares with pride, "although I can tell you there are 2 paths ahead, but my advice is not free. You must have money on you. For 2 gold pieces, I'll tell you what I know." "Okay, I will find out for myself for nothing. I'll pay your fee. I won't pay to hear your make-believe. No, I'll find out myself for nothing, thank you very much. I don't want to use up half of my remaining gold to have you do some sort of riddle or go, "Ha-ha, I tricked you, you fool." No, it's fine. "I'll find out myself for nothing," you reply. "So what worth is your advice?" The man shrugs. "That you will find out for yourself, then." And he stands aside and to let you move on by. You stride on into the very centre of the village. There are a few larger houses here. Even Cantopani has its nobility, it seems. But the only spot of interest is a small inn offering food for sale. No, I don't need the inn food for sale. I don't need it, do I? So we can just walk on through. So pass it by. The tavern is not worth your time. It is too poor and meagre to offer such hospitality. Well, and the fact that I've already got 4 rations. If I wanted to top up on rations, I would have bought them back at the little post on the other side of that gate. You head out of Cantopani and along the path into the Shamutanti Hills. Passing the outlying huts, you feel strangely uneasy. Hissing from within and sly faces disappearing from doorways make you feel decidedly unwelcome. Then, at the edge of town, you pass a large boulder, and at once 2 rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first declares. "You're lost," calls the other, "so end your things over. Come on. Hand over the backpack, reason with them, or deal with these curs." Okay, I'm not handing the backpack over. That's just stupid. Reason with them or just fight? I'm going to try and reason with them. I like that my character is he's an adventuring type. He's obviously going on this quest, but he's a bit of a learned man, and he isn't just one who's just going to go, "All right, hit him with sticks." I'll try and reason with them, although I don't know how well that's going to go. Reason with them. "I don't want any trouble," you declare. The first bandit edges forward, a sword tickling at your chest. "Running you through, no trouble at all. The pack. Right, give him the bag or defend myself." Okay. Right, we're in for a fight then. You draw yourself to your full height. "You have mistaken me for someone else," you declare. "I would like to give you a moment to reconsider, because I will kill you if I have to." Now that's kind of what I mean. I like him talking like that. "I would like to give you a moment to reconsider, because I will kill you if I have to." The bandits growl and advance on you, 1 on either hand. Okay, fight or cast a spell. Now what does this do in the corner? It's changed again. It was crow and baboon and, I don't know, pigeon and I don't know, dung beetle, whatever it is. So, baboon now. I might cast a spell. I quite like the idea of casting a spell. What spells can we cast? Oh no, it's going to require me to actually remember the things. Hot. There was hot, wasn't there? Can we find a her? A her for hot. Or are we not allowed to do that? What was the other one? Zap. Can we zap? Oh, come on. Give me some magic here, dudes. No, there's no hot. There's no zap. I can't find any H's or Z's. No, nothing. G, W, F, G. Lots of G's and F's. L's, F's. Can we go above? Oh, no. I wanted to, like, blast them with a fireball or something. Okay, no, never mind. I can't do that then. Okay, how do I get rid of this thing? That in the way is a bit rubbish, isn't it? Like that. Back onto there like that. Okay, yeah. Fight or cast a spell. Spell book. What? Let's go back that way. So law enables non-intelligent creature. I don't think I can do that. Wow, hot or dumb. I could do wow. Can I do a wall? That might be quite cool. Creates an invisible wall. That might be quite cool. Can I do that? Is that something I could do at the time? Right, cast a spell. Let's see. Woo, zhuzhy magic time. Can we do wow? Was there a w? I thought there might have been a W somewhere along there. There you go. W. A W. I need an A. A. No, no, not... no, that's law. That's the wrong one. No, abandon. I don't want that. Cast a spell. How do I do this then? I thought that was... Oh! This is the pool of things I can choose from for the first character. Oh, I see. It's not just finding all of them. Ah. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, that's no good then. No. Okay, fine. I completely misunderstood that. Let's have a fight then. The first bandit closes on you, cackling and grinning. Time to put this creature in its place. He does look very bandity, doesn't he? He's got a hat with horns on and a patch. Okay. So I could, in theory, just go and proper whack him. So let's go and do that. Now, again, this is in the way. I don't want that to be in the way. I kind of want this stuff to go away. I can't see the button. Do I press that? And then click that? Okay, yeah, that's better. That's a bit clearer. Right, let's just do a full-on whack at him. Attack power 9. Charge. Let's just run in. 9 versus 1.9. Okay, right, and I completely smacked him. Now, do I have any idea about what he's going to do? So he did a 1.9. I did a 9 that time. And he's down to 1 stamina. What if I did... Ah, now I've got... Oh, I can do less attack power this time. I can do less. Okay. Let's defend for now then. Let's defend and get some attack power back. So if I'm going to get attacked by the second guy... But no, let's just do... Let's do 2. 2 attack power. Side swipe. Let's go and bosh him. Oh! Oh, he's hurt me. You scoundrel. Okay, yeah, just do the full power that you can do. Just do the full amount of damage. Whack. Right, he's gone. I've defeated him. Enough of this. You aim a savage blow at his heart. The bandit gasps his last as you run him through. 2 stamina lost. Decent dueling. So I can try again or I continue. Well, try again seems a bit of a cop-out. So let's continue. The second bandit takes one look at his dead colleague and turns and makes a run for it. Okie doke, let him go. Bye-bye. You let him go. He will tell others not to try to interfere with Analanders in the future. Turning back to the path, you begin walking once more. After about half an hour, the way becomes an uphill incline. Okay, I only have one choice. Climb into the hill. Up we go. Leaving Cantopani behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost, there are scattered homesteads and Kare, a thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty, isolation and fear. The backlands and the long shadow cast by Mampang Fortress darken everything. Oh, right, okay, so here we go. Story building, this bit then. And with the crown gone, with the crown stolen, things can only grow worse. In the long years since Chalana the Reformer founded the Alliance, the crown has been passed from kingdom to kingdom every 4 years, ensuring each one has its turn to lead, but no more. Ruddleston, Lendelland, Galantaria and Bryce have all enjoyed its power. But not Analand. But when the crown came to Analand, it was stolen by birdmen from Zamen and carried off to Mampang. With the crown, the Archmage will be unstoppably powerful. There is no chance of sending an army against him. A military force would not survive the journey. So here you are, a lone hero walking the long path to Mampang alone. 5 minutes later you reach a fork in the road. The sergeant, for all his eyesight, hadn't mentioned this. Okay, so the story there then. Okay, now we know what we're doing. So there's a crown, the magic crown that we saw kind of at the start in our dream that's forged. Whatever it was, it appeared out of nothing or whatever. Someone found it. It's been good. It's been maintaining the peace. It went to where we're from, went to Analand, and then it's been nicked. So the Archmage of Mampang has it, and we need to go and get it back. There's some very good names. I like the name Mampang. That's brilliant. Okay, right, continue. What had he not mentioned? He didn't mention this. Oh, a fork in the road. Okie dokie. The road splits around the base of a gigantic tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. The left path winds down into a valley, and the right rises up a slope toward the first thick forest of the hills. Look right, look left, choose a path. Okay, well, look right. It's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick and the path narrow. It may be hard going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing eventually, and you may get a decent view of the next leg from the top of the ridge. Okay, look left. You pause to consider the lower route. There is a river there, and the path follows the left bank. It is a safer route, secluded and protected, but the curve of the landscape would mean you were almost backtracking. You're about to make your choice when you hear a faint cry from somewhere close at hand. Okay, ignore it. A trap. Time to move on or look around. No, I'm going to look around. You look around and finally up into the branches of a tree. A pair of wizened, calloused feet are dangling down over your head. About to drop on you, perhaps. Throw something into the tree. Who's there? Or climb up. I'm going to throw something into the tree because that sounds suitably amusing to do. Casting about for a decent-sized rock, you settle on one and turn and lob it into the tree. You aim carefully for your target, a wiry old man who looks as thin and bedraggled as a winter shrub. The stone strikes him, and he cries out as he almost topples from the branch. "Oi!" he cries. "You almost had me eye out!" Oh, wow, there's some kind of crazy old hermit dude up in a tree. Okay, apologise. Sorry, my good man. I'm sorry, you reply. I thought you were an attacker. Me? He laughs at you. I'd crack me thumb if I tried to squash a woodlouse. Now will you help me down? The slow way too, if you don't mind. Okay, help him down. What are you hiding from, or leave him? He's worthless. I'm not going to leave him up there. He might give me something. Now, the only thing is here, do I help him down and then he's going to rob me? He's going to like pickpocket me? Or shall I ask him what he's hiding from? Yeah, let's find out what he's hiding from. How the old man got up in the tree is a puzzle. He must have been escaping someone fearsome to climb so high. What are you hiding from? You cry. Damned Elvins, he replied. I were travelling from Jumpers to the outpost settlement in Analand, but I were waylaid by Elvins, robbed me blind, all but took me eyes. They left me up the tree. Keep getting older, you see, we all do, but some worse than others. Climbed up, but now I'm too old to get down. Okay, do you know what? Help him out the tree. Swinging yourself onto the lowest branch of the tree, you reach up and grab the old man by the waist. He's as light as a leaf, and within a moment you have lifted him to the ground. Thanks for that, he remarks, brushing himself down and almost knocking himself over in the process. I was just starting to get a bit, perturbed, but I'm on the safe now. He seems remarkably confident, considering that the slightest stumble might break him into bits. Okay, what will you do now? What do I get in return, or just go away? Well, what will you do now, crazy old man? What will you do now, you ask? Keep going for Analand, he says. That's where I set off from. A while back now. You wouldn't believe the story if I told you. Suffice to say, though, if I know my eyes from my eyes, you're heading out to Mampang, and you better be smarter than I was. And here, he presses a page into your hand. It is a page torn from a spellbook. This might be of some use to you. I found it. Just found it, mind. Don't go asking how. But it ain't no good to me anymore. Okay. Whatever. I'll take it. I'm not going to look at it. Taking it. You take the page and put it into your pack. The man falls quiet and squats down on the ground. With his jabbering drone, you hear a buzzing sound from high up in a tree. A beehive. Oh, no, no, no. Now, Epic Tavern has told me that beehives in trees are bad because I'll fall out the tree and injure myself. Okay, climb up and investigate, or leave and move on. I'm going to leave and move on. I'm not going to go and get myself stung to death by bees, because that's probably what's going to happen, isn't it? Leave the bees. Let's just leave and move on. You must move on. The light is fading already. As the old man dashes off downhill toward Cantopani at a terrific pace, you consider your options. Okay, so I have either the low path or the high path. So the high path goes through this little forest, kind of possibly that way. Although they could converge there anyway. You could take both routes and end up in this little settlement. End up there. The low path kind of comes round, crosses this river. So they all end up in Kristatani anyway. Each path that I choose is going to end up there. It's just how I get there. Do I go through the woods, past these Shanka mines, and along that way? Or do I go across the sort of hills and through that way? That's a longer route. It's a longer route. I'd quite like to go just there. I am going to go the low path. I'm going to go the low path, cross this bridge, get to this settlement here. Or shall I go to that settlement there? That could be cool. And then can you cut back and go to that one? Right, whatever. The low path. I don't like the look of going to those woods. The woods look dangerous. The woods look troublesome. Let's go the low path. You head into the valley. It seems the safest route, secluded without providing an opportunity for ambush. And no matter how quickly darkness falls, the riverbank will guide your way. The path winds alongside a bubbling stream. You follow it, keeping to the west bank. The valley itself becomes narrower on either hand, a good spot for an ambush. You can only hope that nobody knows you are here. After an hour's walk, you begin to feel hungry. You will need to eat at least once today to keep up your strength. Do you know what? If I've been walking all day, I would be actually hungry before then. I'm hungry right now, and it's lunchtime, and I haven't eaten since breakfast. My stomach is doing tricks. It's going roar. So my character's very, very good. You've got good constitution, sir. Let's stop and eat, because I'm hungry. In the game, so there we go. My stamina's gone back up. I've got one less ration. You head into the valley. Oh, no, right, I've read that bit. Taking a seat on a grassy bank above the water, you eat a quantity of your cheese and bread. You rest for half an hour or so, and then continue your journey. Splendid. Okay? Right, in the valley. I wonder if these little red pins are where I've had to make a decision. And I wonder if I can roll back or whatever it is, sort of go back in time. Let's say if I suddenly decide I didn't want to go this way, I could press that and go back to that pin, that red sort of pin thing, and then press it again and go back there, press it again and go back there. I assume that might be how it works. But we're not doing that because that would be stupid. Let's carry on in the valley. Okay, a couple of options have appeared. The valley continues and you walk for many hours until the sun begins to set behind the bank and the air grows cool. Now will be the time to find a pitched camp if you intend to sleep before darkness descends completely. But the moon will rise soon enough, and you could walk on through the night. Somewhere beyond this valley, there are villages with real beds. Okay, so now it's saying, what do you want to do? However, if that's taking me several hours to walk from there to there, I need to go either... I'm going to be walking a long time. I like the water noise and down by the river. I'm going to make camp, I think. I'm going to make camp and start again in the morning when it's daylight. Walking through at night time sounds dangerous. After a little thought, you decide to stop. In the moonlight, the river will turn black and the way will be hard to find. Better to sleep and set off early tomorrow. You find a group of rocks that form a natural hollow beside the bank of the stream and settle yourself inside as comfortable a rat in a hole, maybe as a rat in a hole. Eventually you drift off to sleep, soothed by the babbling of the stream, but a short while later you're awakened by a splashing noise. Okay. Stay still and listen, or sit up and look. Oh, now this is good, isn't it? I like this. There's pros and cons to each of these. If it's something like a bear that's in the thing and I sit up and look, it's going to notice me and probably going to come and eat me. Whereas stay still and listen, I can just listen and hear it's a bear and it can go by. If it's a person splashing through the thing, staying still and listen means they're going to stab me in the back, whereas sitting up and looking gives me a chance of surviving. I'm going to sit up and look. I'm going to sit up and actually look at what the splashing noise is. Looking out from your shelter, you see 3 small, thin, man-like creatures, but they are certainly not men. Their skins glow with a dull red luminescence, and they have spindly fingers and limbs as if made from sticks. Some sort of nymphs or something? The 3 are throwing stones into the water. Every so often one chirps with glee when a good shot sends up a fish to the surface. From there they seem to be able to draw the fish toward them using magical force. They are so busy with their task they do not yet seem to have noticed you. Greet them boldly or stay still and try not to be seen. I don't like them. I don't like them. They look creepy and strange. Stay still. Stay still. You stay silent, watching the 3. After a while, they seem to tire of their game. The valley falls quiet and still once more. Okay, I think it's important to try to sleep. We obviously heard that splashing as we woke up, so let's try and go to sleep. Oh. Ooh. Hang on. So my stamina went up to 12, so I've now got a maximum capacity of 12, But it's gone down by 9 because you sigh and attempt to go back to sleep. A moment later, something very heavy and hard hits you right in the face. Then everything goes black. Okay, brilliant. Oh, what's that say? Captured. I've been flipping well captured. You swines. Okay, right. Well, let's go to where we've been captured. Oh, unbelievable. Still halfway between sleeping and waking, you feel the presence of your spirit, the fox. Oh, yes, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left Analand, just as you have changed, but is still running beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, even save you from certain death, but the spirits are not generous and decline help often. You can ask for the spirit's aid by using the pray button. Is that what that is then? So I click that and pray? Okay, right. Well, where am I? That's a good question. You are tied up on the floor of a hut. You are not alone. Nearby, you hear the scuffle of many feet. Okay, listen. Listen to what's going on. Keeping your eyes closed, you listen carefully. The sound is familiar enough. Elven voices. Okay, open my eyes. You flip open your eyes, taking care to lie still. You see your belongings lying a short distance away in the dirt. Around you patter tiny feet, and a few more hover a few inches in the air above the ground. Okay, sit up or wait. Oh, dearie me. Okay, can I sit up? Right, where's the pray button? Is it that, or is there a special button? Oh, there's a special button. Shall I call upon the power of the fox? Shall I pray? Do you know what? Why not? I'm in trouble. I'm clearly in trouble. Can I pray? The fox is cunning and always has a scheme. He is a great burglar and dines well off those around him, who never seem to see him come or go. A prayer to your spirit will heal you. But after a prayer, your spirit will not hear you again for some time. Pray for healing. Ah, no. I'm okay for healings. Fine. That's good. Okay, so I've got the Elvins all around me. Do I sit up or wait? I'm going to sit up. I'm going to sit up and kind of go, oi, what are you horrible little creatures doing? Sit up. You sit up, trying to rub your head, but of course you can't. Your hands are tightly bound. Seeing you stir, a creature by the door jumps to its feet, then jumps above its feet and hovers in the air, watching you. Wait to see what they do, or release me, or taste my wrath. No, wait. What are you going to do? The guard, noticing you are awake, leans out of the doorway and calls sharply. Soon a small crowd has gathered around you. One of the group, some kind of leader, steps forward. "Traveller," he declares, "we are creatures of pleasure and enjoyment. It is such great pleasure to have a visitor in our poor hamlet. So I ask now, how will you entertain us here?" "Okay, I will show you magic. I will sing, or I will kill you all. I will show you magic." The chief claps his hands with glee, and so do the others in the crowd. "Excellent! Perform a spell, or ask them to untie my hands first." Well, I need my hands untied, I would imagine. Very good, but I cannot weave a spell with my hands tied. The Elven consider this for a moment, and quickly decide. One approaches with a knife, and holds it close to your face for a few seconds. Then he laughs, rolls you over roughly, and cuts the rope around your wrists. These things sound like morons. "Now," declares the chief, "entertain us." Okay, I need to perform a spell. What spell can I do that's interesting? Zap Foff Law Dum Hotwal. Okay. Creature. Ooh, Law. Law could be quite good. Can I cast Law? That would be particularly fantastic. Right, perform a spell. I will show you a spell. The chief nods. Okay, Law. Law would be good. If I can control them, that would be tremendous. No. Oh, what I need is, ideally with this, I need a printout of all the spells. Because I can't remember all those spells. There's loads of them in that book. So what letters have I got to start with? D, G, K, and S. What have we got that begins with D, G, K, and S? Dumb makes creatures extremely clumsy. Dumb could be quite good. And then I could fight them and they'll be clumsy. That could be useful. Big, walk, dot, rouse. Okay, there's one there that I can't do because it requires beeswax. Okay. And these require things. Okay. What's foul? Pit. Oh no, not that. Right, I think dumb. I think dumb sounds good. D-U and a lowercase m for some reason. Cast 3 stamina though. When cast at a creature holding an object such as a weapon, the spell will make the creature clumsy and uncoordinated. It will drop the object, fumble to pick it up and drop it again. Oh, maybe not that. That's not as useful as I was hoping. What letters did I have? I've completely forgotten one. This is why I'm terrible. Can you just show me the letters? Show me the letters. How do I get rid of the thing, the menu thing? Make the menu thing. No, not that. Go in there. Right. Okay. Cast a spell. What letters did I have? Because I've completely forgotten. Come on. Magic. Magic at me. G, D, S, and K. G, D, S, and K. Spell book. So G, D, S, and K. G. None of those then. Not that. Not that. G, D, S, and K. D. I can unlock a door. That's no S. Stamina. Sus. Cast when the caster suspects a trap. No. G, D, S. The spell is cast into the caster's own body and creates multiple images of the caster. All capable of casting spells and attacking. Oh, that's very cool. 6. Yep, I'll try and do that, shall I? Oh, that's pretty flipping cool. Yeah, 6. Try and do that bad boy. Yeah, that's very cool. Right, okay. So let's go for S. And then I assume that's an I. And then X. Clone the caster requires 1 stamina. Cast that bad boy. Behold, magic. You raise the spell not on yourself, but over the chief elven himself. Oh. Okay. I was rather hoping to duplicate me and then terrify everybody. Okay. The others in the crowd stand agog as he suddenly splits and duplicates into 6 copies that he laughs. In fact, all 6 do together, and the sight is strange and exciting. Soon all the elven are laughing, and the leader and his replicas hold out, I think that's supposed to say, their hands to shake with their comrades. 5 elven grasp at thin air. After a few minutes, the spell wears off. An excellent performance, the chief declares. How do I get rid of this thing? I don't want that. Go away off the... I can't see the words. I can't see the words of what I'm supposed to be reading. Thank you, or I must go now. Okay, thank you, because then I'm trying to get a rapport with these guys. Thank you, you nod your head. But we have kept you from your road. The chief waves for his tribespeople to clear a route to the door, and the little creatures cheer. You gather up your belongings, and they set you on the path out of the village. Okay, so that's intriguing, isn't it? I wonder if you don't do a good spell, or if you try and attack them, they beat you up. Because I only lost 1 stamina from that. Well, and they whacked me on the head with a rock, so 2 stamina, I suppose. Okay. Is that it? Splendid. Okay, that's very cool. Right, I think I quite like this. I think we could come back to this. Now, I don't know how I'll schedule this with Epic Tavern, but for now, I think we're going to leave it there because this has gone on for a little while. But I quite like this. I'd like to at least just do number 1. I think we could have a little mini-series running of this, and I don't know how regular it would be. I'll try and, I don't know, maybe do it Sunday night or something. I don't know. I need to work something out for that. But yeah, I quite like this. And I mean, look, we've got to go all the way up there and up here and all that kind of stuff. So yes, hopefully this was a good enough sort of stand-in for Epic Tavern, just while Epic Tavern gets, you know, I get it sorted with all my graphical woes. And then there is still the consideration of Epic Tavern, do I start again, or do I consider with my do I continue with my existing save file? I've got to ponder that as well. Now, I do have a plan in mind, but there is an update for Epic Tavern coming out very imminently, so I might wait until the update's out. So there's plenty to consider. But Epic Tavern will be returning. However, I hope that Sorcery was a good substitute, a good stand-in for whilst it was, well, we're waiting for Epic Tavern to get back to normality and back on track. So I think we'll continue with this. I don't know when, but we shall indeed continue. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want to see more? Do you want to see more of this? Do you want me to just stop now because we get the idea, or what? Please let me know what you think in the comments. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Everyone loves barbecued rat. My compliments to the chef. I don't think he did much. He literally stuck a stick up the rat's bottom and put it on a fire. Shrieking weird ladies in the water. Probably not a good thing. The heroes offer a decisive solution to all the woman's riddles by shoving her off the bridge. Yay! Yay for the chiseled stick.